Blanket Jackson, the youngest child of pop icon Michael Jackson, entered the world under a blinding spotlight, his life forever entwined with a secret that has haunted fans, media, and even his own heart: the identity of his mother. Born on February 21, 2002, at Sharp Grossmont Hospital in La Mesa, California, his birth certificate bore only one name: Michael Jackson, while the space for his mother was left starkly, chillingly blank. This void sparked a global frenzy of speculation, weaving a tapestry of rumors, from Bati, a nanny in the Jackson household, to Helena, a mysterious Mexican-American nurse. When Michael's alleged lost diary surfaced, its trembling words hinted at a truth he fought to conceal, transforming a pop star's legacy into a saga of love, secrecy, and unresolved pain. Blanket, now known as Bigi, grew up cradling his father's monumental fame, but also a wound that refuses to heal. Who was the woman who gave him life? The blank space on Blanket's birth certificate was no mere oversight. It was a deliberate act by Michael Jackson, a man whose life was scrutinized to the point of cruelty. In rare interviews, he stated Blanket was born through artificial insemination and surrogacy, a clinical explanation that clashed with the tenderness he showed his son, cradling him, shielding him from cameras with blankets that gave him his nickname. That sparse answer only ignited more questions. Why erase the mother's identity? Was it to protect Blanket from the world's judgment, a world that had mocked Michael's appearance, skin color, and choices? Or was it to guard a deeper, darker secret? The absence of a name became a symbol of silence, a void that fueled countless theories and turned Blanket into the Jackson family's most enigmatic figure. From his earliest days, Blanket was a mystery child, his wide-eyed innocence often hidden from the public's gaze. Michael, acutely aware of how vicious fame could be, draped him in blankets during outings, as if shielding him from more than just cameras. To the world, this was more than privacy. It hinted at a truth Michael didn't want revealed. The public, conditioned to dissect every facet of the Jackson family, began to whisper: was the blank certificate a cover for a secret romance, a paid surrogate, or something else entirely? Michael's own history added layers to the intrigue. As a black artist who faced relentless scrutiny over his changing appearance and personal life, he reportedly sought a surrogate with precise traits, health, appearance, even skin tone, to ensure his child would be spared the prejudices that wounded him. Yet, by erasing the mother's name, he left Blanket with a fractured identity, a half-story that the world eagerly tried to complete. The media spun a web of theories. Some claimed Blanket was born from a hidden love affair, with Michael concealing the mother to preserve his image as a solo parent. Others pointed to a Latin nurse named Helena, an ordinary woman thrust into an extraordinary role. The most persistent rumors centered on Bati, a Norwegian nanny who cared for Michael's eldest son, Prince. Her proximity to the family made her a prime suspect, but no evidence ever confirmed her role. Blanket grew up in this storm of speculation, his father's love a constant shield, but unable to silence the questions. Michael's words, "I love my children with all my heart. He is my gift," were heartfelt but vague, leaving the blank space on the birth certificate as a haunting emblem of secrecy. Then came Omar Bati, a Norwegian dancer born in 1984, whose presence in the Jackson family added a new dimension to the mystery. Meeting Michael at 12 during a 1996 tour, Omar's passion for dance caught the star's eye, and soon he was a fixture, traveling, vacationing, and laughing alongside Michael's children. Michael called him a spiritual son, a bond so close it raised eyebrows. Why was this outsider so deeply embedded in the private Jackson circle? The public's curiosity turned to suspicion when Joe Sluggs, Michael's father, dropped a bombshell in an ABC News interview, suggesting Omar could be Michael's biological son. The claim exploded across headlines, with fans and tabloids comparing Omar's features, his eyes, his smile, his dance moves, to Michael's and Blanket's. Was Omar Blanket's secret brother a hidden Jackson heir? The speculation intensified when Pia Bati, Omar's mother, entered the narrative. Having worked as a nanny for Prince in the 1990s, Pia's frequent presence in the Jackson household fueled a shocking theory. Could she be Blanket's mother? Her silence, like the family's, was deafening, amplifying the rumors. Fans pored over old photos, dissecting Blanket's and Omar's faces for shared traits. The resemblance, some claimed, was undeniable, from their expressive eyes to their quiet demeanor. Online forums buzzed with edited images, placing Omar, Blanket, and Pia side by side, as if visual proof could solve the puzzle. The idea that Pia, a trusted nanny, might have been more, a secret mother tied to both Omar and Blanket, captivated the world, but no confirmation ever came. Pia's absence from public discourse only deepened the mystery, leaving her as a ghostly figure in the Jackson saga. The drama took a darker turn with the emergence of Helena, a Mexican-American nurse allegedly chosen as Blanket's surrogate. According to the Daily Mirror, Michael paid her $20,000, covered all pregnancy costs, and ensured her care, selecting her for her health, intelligence, and light skin. Described as a fan but not a lover, Helena was a calculated choice, a woman meant to vanish after fulfilling her role. This cold transaction stunned fans who saw Michael as a soulful artist. The idea that he reduced motherhood to a contract, a healthy nurse, a modest sum, a swift exit, felt like a betrayal of his emotional image. Helena's anonymity, no photos, no records, made her a specter, her existence debated but never proven. To the public, she was a tragic figure, a woman erased from her own child's story, known only through vague descriptions and a dollar amount. The mystery reached its peak in 2009, after Michael's sudden death, when alleged diary pages surfaced, reportedly found in a safe among his personal effects. In his own handwriting, Michael described Helena as safe, scientific, absolutely secret, words that painted a chilling picture of a man who planned his son's birth with surgical precision. The diary spoke of his loneliness, his distrust of the world, and his need to control every detail of Blanket's creation. Helena, it seemed, was less a person than a solution, a means to an end without emotional ties. Excerpts like Helena understands. She does not ask. She helps me create life safely. Were both tender and cold, suggesting a woman bound by silence, her role reduced to a fleeting act. The public was torn. Some saw the diary as undeniable proof, others as a tabloid fabrication, a cruel exploitation of Michael's grief-stricken legacy. The Jackson family's silence, neither confirming nor denying, poured fuel on the fire, leaving fans to debate whether Helena was real or a decoy for a deeper truth. Helena and Pia became rival specters in Blanket's story. Helena's narrative aligned with Michael's perfectionism, a nurse, a fan, a controlled choice. But the modest $20,000 payment sparked skepticism. Would a global superstar settle for such a sum for something so monumental? Pia's story, rooted in her tangible presence in the family, felt more personal, yet her silence raised questions. Why didn't she deny the rumors if they were false? Both women, whether real or imagined, were voiceless, their stories shaped by media and speculation. Blanket, caught in the middle, grew up with a wound no one could see. A motherless birth certificate, a father's love, and a world that wouldn't stop prying. Now known as Bigi, Blanket has chosen a private life, unlike his siblings Paris and Prince. His quiet demeanor, described by a friend as carrying an untouchable weight, fuels speculation that he bears the burden of an unresolved past. Michael's secrecy, layers of half-truths and calculated silences, protected Bigi, but also left him with questions no one could answer. The public's obsession persists, with fans analyzing Bigi's features against Helena's vague description or Pia's fleeting presence. Every photo, every gesture becomes evidence in a mystery that refuses to die. Michael's legacy is a paradox. Timeless music, electrifying dance, and a web of secrets. Bigi is its living embodiment, a child born of boundless love yet shadowed by an eternal question. Who was his mother? Was it Helena, the nurse who vanished? Pia, the nanny who stayed silent? Or another woman, her name lost to time? The diary, if real, is a relic of Michael's inner world, its pages torn or hidden, leaving only fragments of truth. Bigi, now a young man, may not seek answers, holding tight to his father's love. But for the world, the mystery endures, a wound that time deepens rather than heals. Michael's story is a masterpiece with a missing piece, and Bigi is its heart, a testament to love's power and the pain of secrets kept at all costs. The question lingers like a ghost. Who gave birth to Blanket Jackson? The answer, buried in silence, is a legacy as enduring as Michael's music, a puzzle that captivates, haunts, and refuses to resolve.